Pick up a leaflet, choose a date, then don't be late to watch them skate. That's what I'm saying. That's what the message is today on this Icy Sunday Edition 12. Once again, it is quite late. It's past 11 o'clock. I did intend to film this in good time in the light because I've noticed that the camera on this tablet is pretty good, or at least a lot better, in broad daylight. So next time I shall endeavour to do that. I get back from a religious meeting about midday. I have all these hours stretching ahead of me, but then I know there's the stress of getting to bed early and work the next day. And I just end up having to seriously chill, go into serious chill mode before I think now do the Icy Sunday. Anyway, let's count down. Let's count down. Let's check the number of days. It's only 88. Incidentally, my 5th favourite number, because of course my favourite number is 38, then my 2nd favourite number is 3, my 3rd favourite number is 8, my 4th favourite number is 33, my 5th favourite number is 88, and my 6th favourite number is 83. Don't ask me why my brain works this way, it just does. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, which is quite unusual for an Icy Sunday, is check out a poster I've actually made. A little bit of a decorative, creative thing that I made last night, early hours, because I basically picked up, excuse me a minute, I basically picked up from a stationery shop, a very good stationery shop near me. It was sheets of A3 mint green card. Whenever I see mint green now, I just think Hot Ice Mesmerised because of the advertising. It's funny how I am with colours. I saw Dreams and it was like powder blue, 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 Dreams blue. And now it's all Mesmerised, mint green, mint green. I think I'll have to try and look back at a few of the past advertising posters just to see if it's always been like that. I don't think it always has been such a block of colour in every single advertising poster, but seeing it is as it is quite definitely mint green and Mesmerised, I'm definitely going with that. So I just thought it would be good to have this card for maybe making skater cards, or maybe just doing something creative with it. So the first creative thing that's actually this has been used for is currently stuck on my door. So let's go check it out. It's going to be a bit hard for this camera, but here we go. Right. Da, 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 da. Okay, can we see this now? So this is, well, it's a Mesmerised poster, so it's got my writing. There we go. It's got my writing. That's me just copying the Mesmerise again. And then that's all I started with. That's the basic premise. That on the A4 card. Then I chose to do the lime green stone in the corner on the glittery red sort of ribbon that I originally had to do something for a project for decorating a wooden box. But because of the glue I used, you can see how it's kind of curling in the corners, which is slightly annoying. And then I thought, well, what exactly should I put on it? And then I just came up with, check out the light switch here, isn't that good? I saw it on eBay. Anyway, getting back to the point, I really didn't want to cut up a leaflet, especially as I've only got about 4 currently. I really didn't want to, but then I just thought, well, it's a good way of getting pictures before I can maybe print some out. So it just ended up being a bit of a leaflet thing. So I started off with cutting off the front bit and writing Tuesday Bridgman underneath. Then of course the Dennis to Prasov picture came off. There he is. And even though she's not scheduled to be in Mesmerise, you've got to have the picture of the Alex Murphy. Come on. It's Evgeny Belyanin. It's got a Y sound in it, hasn't it? Because I've finally seen Evgeny Belyanin written in Russian script, and it's got the Ya, the last letter of the Russian alphabet in it, so it's kind of Belyanin, I think. Maybe. and Daria Permanova. It's so hard filming this with the reverse camera. How do I get nearer to the Daria name? There we go. And then I thought, yeah, let's put in the corner the fabulous picture and the dates. Yeah. So as I say, pick up a leaflet, choose a date, then don't be late to see them skate. I did a little bit of decoration with the jewels, as you can see there. Oh yes, and then I did write Amanda Thompson OBEs above it, because you know it is. And then in the corner we've just got, it's so obvious, it is the most spectacular ice show in the world. So I happen to think that's quite neat. I know I praise myself a lot on this channel, but it's just good to appreciate the efforts that you put into things that you do. Because I appreciate a lot of effort that people put into their lives and performances and work. And I think it's good to appreciate yourself sometimes. Anyway, let's not get into the psychoanalysis here. Let's put the camera back down just so I can carry on with this edition of the Icy. The camera momentarily showed then. A bit of a mess at the top of here. This is basically a spare room that I'm just in. It's not technically my bedroom, but so it's got a lot of other people's stuff in it, obviously. And then there's just my stuff lining it around. But the good thing about that is, just as an aside, is that this room is looking so much nicer now that I've done some work in it, that I'll be probably able to show you more of it soon, because I'm quite proud of it. It's quite nice. Anyway, this edition 12 I've decided to call the first poster and well-known trivia. It was going to be 10 things, now it's just going to be 5 because I got into a bit of a rut researching this. I was basically on the Wikipedia looking at the cast list for the last 22 shows since 1997. That's all the cast list you get, and it ended up in, look at that, a lot of notes. I'm trying to figure out which skaters have been in more than one show, which have just done one show, which skaters done the most in the last 22 years. A couple of names cropped up that I really did not know have ever been in Hot Ice. Sylvain Monchambon and Brianne Delcourt. I had no idea, probably pronounced those names wrong, but I had no idea they had ever been in Hot Ice. Yeah, they have. Anyway, I'm saying well-known trivia because this is just on the internet what you can find out. And everyone can find this out, literally, because there's not that much on the internet about Hot Ice. I actually wanted to find out when it was that Amanda Thompson, OBE, took the reins of the show, because we all know she hasn't been around since 1936, when the show started. So anyway, 5 well-known facts about Hot Ice that if you are a fan, you should know, and you probably do. So first off, it's been running since 1936, which, as we all know, is 81 years. Because you think, oh, it's been a show every year. Yes, apart from they were doing extensive work at the arena, which meant that unfortunately there was an unavoidable situation where Hot Ice had to be cancelled in 2009. That's pretty depressing. I can imagine all the avid fans of the show at that time and skater girls being quite upset about that. But thankfully it was back in 2010. So 2018 will be its 82nd year. I spent a lot of time trying to work out, is it still 82 years, even with the 29 off? And I think, yeah, it works, because if you count every year and include the first year you start on, 36, it would technically be 83. Now, would it? But it's 82 because of the missed one in 2009? I think so. Anyway, the second thing is that the Blackpool Pleasure Beach Ice Arena used to be called the Ice Drome. I'm sure we all knew that. I don't until I read it. And it is the UK's first, I thought it was the world's, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the UK's. It's the UK's first purpose-built ice rink that opened in, it says it opened in 1937. How does that work if Hot Ice was performed in 36 and was there? Was it not open for that? I don't know. Anyway, the third piece of Hot Ice trivia we're going to say is, well, I've been wondering, how long has Alexei Kovanov been in the show and been doing his famous bathtub scene and the block and whatnot? Well, obviously I don't know what exactly he's been doing since these amount of years, but he basically first appears on the cast list in 2010. So that means a good 8 years. The same amount of time as you've had the Evgeny Belyanin and Daria Fermanova. So yeah. The fourth thing I'm going to say about hot ice, that I never knew, but I found out reading an old article from the Blackpool Gazette, is that famous people, famous guests that have been to hot ice include, does it say Sir? Yes, Sir Winston Churchill, back in the day. Of course, he's not with us any longer. He was around the time he ran the country in World War II, I believe. Testing my history now, might be sounding like a wally. Yeah, so back in the 1939 to 45, it was World War II years. So yes, way back when. So Winston Churchill obviously enjoyed the hot ice show. And Torval Dean. That's not hard to guess that they would have seen it, is it really? Being ice skaters and English ice skaters, British ice skaters. Even though Christopher Dean lives in America now, doesn't he? Is it Colorado Springs? I read in the programme for Dancing on Ice. Anyway, and how long, because I wondered this, how long have the shows been getting names for? Well, obviously I don't know. But if you go on the Wikipedia cast list, the shows have only been being named since the year 2000, really, because when it skips to the 1999, 1998, 1997, it just says 1997 the show. So it's not, they're not given specific names. Maybe it might be a theory. Maybe Amanda Thompson O'Gee took the reins in 2000 of the show and she started giving them specific names. I wouldn't know. I'm just theorizing. Anyway, so let's just run through the names. I'm sure you probably already know these, but I love names. Let's revel in some names. So in the year 2000, it was called Rhythmos. In 2001, Vavoom. In 2002, Quixotic, is it? It's a bit of a funny one. 2003, H2O. The Frozen H2O. 2004, Xylotomia. Sounding a bit like Cirque du Soleil, really, aren't they? The names in Cirque du Soleil: Varakai, Saltimbanco, Ka, Kuza. They're very funny. Anyway, I was getting off topic here. It's not Cirque du Soleil video. 2005, it was called Chill. I just love that. Chill at the Hot Ice Show. Well, I can't chill because it's too exciting. In 2006, it was called Amarin. In 2007, The Mix. In 2008, The Edge. The Edge, glory. Yeah, The Edge. They skate on the edge of their skates, don't they? On the blades. Sometimes. I have no idea. In 2009, we all know there was no show due to work being done at the arena. 2010, Enchanted. 2011, Aura. That's a nice one. 2012, Entice. 2013, Allure. 2014, Passion. 2015, Desire. 2016, Obsession. Very apt because someone became a bit obsessed with it. And 2017, Dreams, where dreams came true. And now we're looking forward to being #mesmerised in 2018. Let's try and think of some other nice names that the show could be called. And I'll think on that for next week because I can't think off the top of my head. Anyway, let's wrap it up, peeps. This was edition 12 of Icy Sundays. So I'll say this has been Icy Sundays, where we prefer our ice hot.